Good morning, this is Penny Ferguson, a living leader, on another lovely Wednesday morning. Well, is it lovely? Yes, it is. It's maybe raining, but the garden needs it, so it's still lovely. So what I'd like to think about today is something that made me think quite a bit yesterday. It was my stepbrother's funeral yesterday. And I didn't know my stepbrother very well. We didn't grow up together, and I really didn't have much. I just didn't know him very well. Funny enough, I got to know his wife a lot better, who I just absolutely loved. However, it was really interesting listening to the eulogy because there were some lovely things said about him, really, really nice things. And I thought, wow, I wonder if any of his experience when we lose somebody. And obviously, as many of you know, I lost my son my second son when he was age 26. And I remember thinking there were so many things that I could have said to him, so many things that I could have told him I was proud about. Even when he was really ill, I could have, with schizophrenia, and did some odd things, I could have still told him so many lovely things about him that I can look back and say, I wish I'd said that to him before I lost him. And there's an exercise that we ask people to do on our program. Nearly always they're staying away overnight, and we ask them to think of somebody that they'd really like to pick up the phone to and appreciate. Tell them something very specific that they're grateful for. It could be when they supported them when they were going through a difficult time. It could be just one of the children who've done something to help at the weekend, either in the garden or the house. It could be anything. It could be somebody they haven't spoken to for some long time, and they look back and think, do you know, they were so amazing to me when I took up that new job, and how great they were in the way they helped me find my feet in the company. And we asked them to pick up the phone and talk to them and tell them what it is. And in the morning, we asked them how it went. And it's absolutely fascinating because some people come back and say, I can't believe it. We had a conversation that went on for half an hour. And it can be even as deep as, this is a relationship that was struggling, and somehow we've managed to talk again and begun to resolve things, and I feel so great about it. And I think there's so often we think great things about people. We think something nice. We appreciate something that they've done. We value something they've said to us on the telephone or some support they've given us, and we think it, but we don't actually say it. We don't pick up the phone to them, or we don't go send them a little note, a handwritten note. And we just think, well, that was nice, but we don't say it. And one of the things that I think is really, really important is to be able to do that. And I know that some people are even very embarrassed about hearing it. When somebody says something really nice about us to us, and we get uncomfortable. Oh no, well, it was nothing. Don't worry about it. It was absolutely nothing. So I actually think it's as important to learn to receive as to give. But it really made me think yesterday and think, are there people around who have said or done something really nice, really kind, really special for me, and I haven't told them? Whereas I could so easily pick up the phone and do that. And sometimes I think about, I really need to phone that person, I really need to drop an email, or I really need to write a note. And we think it, and suddenly a few days go by and we think, it's too late now, I've left it too long. It's never too late. There's never too big a gap. It's always okay to be able to say to somebody, there's something you did 3 weeks ago, 3 months ago, and I was thinking about you today, and I realised that I didn't at the time tell you how special it was that you did that for me or said that to me, and how much it meant to me. So I'm sure Simon will rest in peace. He's now joined his wife, and that's really nice. But I'd really, really like you to think today, what could I say to somebody that maybe I've been thinking something really lovely, something special, something I'd really like to say to them, but I've thought it, but I haven't actually said it. So ask yourself, if I really knew there's 1 or 2 people today that I could say something special to, that might make their day that little bit better, might make their week that little bit better, might make them feel better about themselves. Who could I pick up the phone to today? Or who could I drop a line to today that might just be a bit special for them. And maybe I'll feel good actually doing it because I'm giving something to somebody else without expecting anything in return, just giving something really nice to somebody. So that's my thought for you. That's what I'd love you to think about this week. And of course, what would be even better is if you knew that you could contact one person every day of the week until next Wednesday, sharing something with them that you think is great about them or something special, something really nice that helps them feel good. Who might you contact every day? So have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next Wednesday. This is Penny Ferguson, Living Leader.